A pair of doctors are looking to improve vaccination rates in Onion Lake with a vaccination festival. To learn more about this weekend's event, our Tate Laycraft spoke with one of the doctors.
Onion Lake Health and the Power of 100 are teaming up for a vaccination festival this weekend. And yes, you did hear correctly, as VaxFest is being branded as a vaccination experience by Indigenous people and for them as well. To talk about the festival, I'm joined by Dr. Lana Potts, who's the medical director at Elbow River Healing Lodge. So, Lana, off the bat here, there's surely a lot of confusion and curiosity that's out and about for people who have heard about this festival. So, to open things up, could you just kind of provide a bit of an overview on how it's going to work?
So yeah, and I think it comes back really to the history. So it's founded by two doctors, myself and Dr. Makokis, and it was really a conversation we had around COVID and around what are we going to do about COVID? And we know that COVID has hit First Nations communities a lot harder than non-First Nations communities. We have seen the rates much higher, and we've seen the death rates from COVID significantly higher in First Nations communities. And although the vaccine has been out for almost a year at the end of this month, it's really not getting there's still a lot of questions and confusion that's happening in First Nations communities as a result of the colonial history, as a result of the testing that went on in residential schools and Indian hospitals, and people not actually having access to healthcare. So often their experience is not good. Often they go in and it's often just very rushed, or they don't feel treated well, or they just don't get a good experience. And so offering a medicine that's new and offering a medicine that the world is questioning would be in reality, I did question it myself, but so are so many other people. And so VaxFest came to be as a result of looking at the data and saying, you know what, we noticed that I would say the converted. I was converted. I've been vaccinated now going on 11 months, but there's a lot of people that aren't showing up. And the population that's showing up is the 17 to 35-year-olds. Now, that's correlated with the 17 to 35-year-olds being some of the largest segments of any First Nation population and Indigenous population in Canada. So if they're not showing up, that's speaking to this other issue that a majority of the population is not getting vaccinated. And as a result, they're not getting the protection that they need. Then we looked at it again and said, well, how do we make it fun? Because who likes to go to the doctor? No one. Who likes to get a needle? No one. So we decided to create a really fun festival feel, and we call it kind of Coachella meets a vaccine clinic. So we have fun, we have music, we have food, we have a very festival-like experience to create a good healthcare experience. So when you come in, it's led by Indigenous people, myself, Dr. Makokis, and other Indigenous leaders and allies. It's actually done rooted in community. So each festival looks a little different. We have leaders, we have food, we celebrate, we sing songs, and it comes back to protecting our community. When you look at our logo, the Power of 100, the logo is actually buffaloes that encircle smaller buffaloes or encircle the calf. And it's rooted in our teachings as Prairie First Nations people around what buffalo do. So buffalo are one of the few animals when there's a storm, they don't retreat. They don't go, retreat back. They actually will walk into a storm. And when there's a threat, they turn towards the threat to protect their young. They protect their future. They protect their generations coming forward. So the logo was based on that, about how do we protect generations coming forward? How do we ensure that 100 years from now, everyone is protected? How do we ensure we have our language and our songs, our communities are intact? We do this by protecting the generation that needs the most protection, which is our youth. And that's really the concept of the Power of 100. We need 100% of us vaccinated in order for this to work. And so we're doing it in a very gentle way, in a fun way, and really just doing it off based on the good work that's being done with awesome vaccine clinics, people just giving their all, but it's just adding one more layer. And it's truly targeted towards those who want a different experience with vaccines, but creating healthcare as being fun. Because I think it's fun. I do it every day.
And with an event like this, there's naturally going to be some element of scrutiny. So, for people who might find that the festival is inappropriate or perhaps disrespectful to health measures, what do you have to say to them?
So I've been a part of really mass vaccination clinics for the last year. And I can say that the ones I've been a part of, there's never been an outbreak. So the idea is being COVID safe, exceeding current health measures, ensuring everybody there who is doing the vaccinations are vaccinated, providing, social distancing and masking and hand washing. We do all that. So although we say, yes, we can do 1,000, we're not bringing 1,000 people at once. It's actually controlled crowds through. The goal is to create a safe space, but still being able to make the element fun. And of course, there's going to be people who are concerned, and we invite those people to be concerned because we want good information given, whether it's concern about the vaccine, concern about how this is going to roll out. We want to be able to show and demonstrate we can do things safely, and we can help people get vaccinated in a way that's, we call, very culturally safe, very driven by the community for the community.
And heading into this weekend, then, what kind of response have you seen within the Onion Lake community so far?
So we've had really good buildup. We were doing a lot of social media and really, reaching out to the campaigns, meetings with the community. The catchment area was approximately around 7,000. We can accommodate as many people as we want to come out. So we'll be there Friday afternoon and Saturday throughout the day. We're looking at on average, maybe about 500 to 1,000 vaccines. However, if more people come out, we want them to come out because we will accommodate you. So we're trying to put everyone to get everybody ready to be able to do it. Even just getting licenses for doctors to be able to vaccinate. All of that is something that we're working on.
Thanks so much for your time, Lana.
For anyone out there looking for a new furry friend, the SPCA has begun its Fall Feline Frenzy adoption event. Starting earlier this week, people can get a discounted adoption fee for getting a kitten, and our Shelby Clark says they're hoping to see strong support.
Today for Primetime Local News, we're speaking with Becca Lawrence from the SPCA. Thanks again for joining us today.
Yes, thanks for having us.
And I know you've already taken the time to speak with us once again this week on Tuesday for a pet project, but I wanted to be able to speak with you again about Fall Feline Frenzy, the adoption event that SPCA is holding this week that started on either Monday or Tuesday. What is this event for people wondering?
Yeah, so basically, I think this is our 7th year of having it. So basically what we do is we have, deals, things like that on cats. This last, in 2020, I believe we started doing the wheel of deals. So basically we have a different percentages on each of those sections and people can spin the wheel and whatever they land on, they get that percentage or the free option for their kitty. So it's basically just our goal to get some cats out and into their new forever homes. We tend to find around this time of year, tons of cats and kittens in the shelter. We see a little bit more of upper respiratory because we have so many. The kids are going back to school. People are busy, starting their lives again after summer. So we tend to see a bit of a higher number in cats. But there's a kitty playing behind me here. But yeah, so we tend to have a bit of an overflow of our kitties, and our waiting list just kind of grows and grows and grows because we can't find homes for our cats. So sometimes everybody enjoys a good deal. So basically that's our goal, is just to get some kitties out into their new forever homes.
Now, is this the first year that the SPCA is holding this Fall Feline Frenzy event, or is this an annual thing?
Yeah, no, I think it's our 7th one of doing this. I believe I try to keep track of all of it, but it kind of gets all jumbled together. But no, we've definitely been doing it for a few years. Sometimes it starts out a different name, but yeah, typically right around this time of year, we have an adoption event for our kitties.
In previous years, how would you say support has been so far from residents?
Really good, actually. I think last year, looking at our records and everything, last year we had 31 cat adoptions during our Fall Feline Frenzy. So that was really great. And I think from what I remember, I think we only had maybe 1 or 2 cats left available for adoption. So it really did work. And, and I think last year we did it for a few days. And this week was because we're closed Mondays now. So we started on Tuesday, we're going to Saturday. We really anticipate, hopefully anyway, that Friday and Saturday will be our busiest days.
Even though you did just say that it has just started on Tuesday, how has support been so far this year?
Yeah, it started out slow. And typically I find when we do a week-long event, people don't come rushing in, right? They have a little bit of time to come in. So like I said, I think, nearing the end of the week, I think we'll be a little bit busier for our adoptions, which is fine. But yeah, like it generally, if we have like a 2-day event, then those 2 days tend to be chaos kind of thing. So, which in a great way as well. But yeah, I think, like I said, like right now, I think we've adopted out 2 cats so far. Actually, I went to PetSmart this morning and seeing a kitten was not there. So we have probably 3 cats adopted now, and our rabbit that we actually had here in the shelter as well too. So far 4 animals have found their forever homes, and I'm quite excited with that.
Other than, of course, getting all the cats adopted, that's your first priority. What else is all needed for the SPCA that other people can help support with?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I think too, a big support for us is even if you don't, have the space, or you just can't adopt another cat or dog or whatever at this time, even just sharing our post just so more people can see that really helps us a whole bunch. But then even just in supplies in general, like we've had lots of laundry detergent lately donated to us, which we're really thankful for. Kitten food, dry and wet, is something that we are just flying through right now. Because again, too, with our upper respiratory, sometimes our adult cats just don't really want to eat too much. So when we offer that wet food for them, that's something that they really want to eat. Or even the kitten food is just that little bit of calorie intake. So we are just flying through it right now. So, that's a big one that we need right now. And, cat toys, we seem to be flying through again, because we are not keeping them around as long with the sick cat. So we tend to have to throw some things away. Same with towels, blankets. Blankets we're going through really fast right now too. So those are, I would say, our main things that we're needing right now is kitten food and blankets.
Oh, perfect. Thanks again so much for joining us again this week, Becca. And I hope this helps get the word out about Fall Feline Frenzy, and more people will come out there and help support and adopt those kitties.
Yes, thank you again for having us.
Now, as Shelby Clark will take a first look at tonight's forecast.
Thanks so much, Jazz. So now taking a first look at your weather forecast here in the border city, we are sitting at 10 degrees. We are seeing a nice, beautiful day with a mix of some sun and cloud, but we have been seeing a warmer day today than we have been seeing throughout the week. Switching over to temperatures across the region, though, for Alberta and Saskatchewan. On the Alberta side, up in this area, most are sitting at that 8-degree mark. Bonnyville and Marwayne are both at 10 degrees. And down here, they are slightly warmer with 11 degrees at Edmonton, Vegreville, and Vermilion, while Wainwright and Provost are at 12 and 13 degrees. Switching over to this side here on the Saskatchewan side, they are seeing slightly cooler temperatures, a couple degrees cooler. Most are sitting at that 8 and 9 degree point. Isle Cross is at 6 degrees, while Macklin is a little bit warmer, sitting at 13. But for North Battleford, overnight tonight, they will be going down to 2 degrees with a lot more cloudier skies. They will be seeing around a 30% chance of some flurries throughout the night, and tomorrow that may continue throughout the day, starting off especially in the morning. They will be seeing that same percent chance of some flurries at 9 degrees, and they will be seeing a little bit more sun peeking behind those clouds. Now for Cold Lake here, overnight they'll be going down to 1 degree with a little bit more cloudier skies as well. They will be seeing a slight chance of some showers tomorrow instead of some flurries, and tomorrow they will be seeing 7 degrees and they will be seeing cloudier skies rather than more sun. And now switching over to our 3-day forecast here. Friday, we will be seeing 10 degrees for here in the border city, starting off the weekend slightly warmer there with a mix of some sun and cloud. Saturday, we will be seeing around a 60% chance of some showers at 6 degrees. And Sunday, we will be continuing that 6-degree pattern with a mix of some sun and cloud. But before I leave you, we are going to be showing a couple photo submissions here, one here, and I will show some more later on in my next weather segment. Here, thank you to everybody that submitted their photos of the beautiful lights last night. Thank you to Angela for this nice photo, and thank you to everybody else that did submit a photo under our post there. And we'll have more news and more photos coming up after the break.
Welcome back. Speckle Park cattle sold for top dollar at the Stockade Roundup Wednesday afternoon. Jillian Code has more on the locally created cattle breed.
$66,000, that was the high price of a Speckle Park heifer Wednesday at the Stockade Roundup. A variety of male, female, and embryo lots were up for grabs at the 2021 Homecoming Speckle Park sale. There was lots of interest in the purebred breed developed close to home.
Speckle Park originated about 30 miles east of Lloydminster, in between Nilberg, Maidstone kind of area of Saskatchewan.
The $66,000 heifer was sold to a ranch in Australia, which the president of the Canadian Speckle Park Association says is no surprise.
And the breed has absolutely taken off since we were incorporated as a purebred breed in 2006. The breed has taken off in Australia, New Zealand, Switzerland, England, Ireland, Denmark, Germany, Brazil, the United States. Like it's gone crazy type of thing. And the numbers in Australia right now are actually higher for purebred females than they are in Canada.
Ducheur says the breed is constantly ranking high in everything from conformation to carcass classes. He says this year's sale was just another exciting event for the breed.
Bulls sell in the spring, so in the fall to sell a bull, to market a bull can be very hard. And for a half share in a bull calf to be able to bring $17,000 is phenomenal. 2 Speckle Park entries will represent the breed during the Stockade Roundup's Supreme Show at 6 p.m. on Friday. For Primetime Local News, I'm Jillian Code.
Now we'll take a look at your egg prices. After winning their semi-final matchups, both Lloydminster High Schools will play in the Wheatland Football League Finals this Friday. Evan Kenny has more ahead of the game.
They battled all season long to get to this point. The Holy Rosary Raiders are so far undefeated on the season. Meanwhile, the Lloydcombe Barons have suffered just one loss coming at the hands of the Raiders. The two teams faced off in week 1 of the regular season back on September 17th. Since then, the comp has gone undefeated, outscoring opponents 124-40.
We had lots of kids that were new to football. We had lots of guys that they had a year off, so they weren't in the best shapes at times. And we've got a program of 48, 50 kids, and so we were getting guys lots of reps and making sure we were developing. So, yeah, we've come leaps and bounds. We're quite excited about that, the development that they've had and the growth that they've had. So I think that's safe to say for sure.
With no 2020 season, the 2019 championship was the last title game. Senior players, like recent U of S commit Xander Pierce, are the only ones heading into the game with past championship experience.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I remember 2 years ago, it was a chippy game, and it always seems to be everyone you talk to, it's the same thing. So I just say keep your head on your shoulders and don't let your emotions get to you.
That was quite a memorable game. It was a close game, and the wind was blowing about 80 kilometers an hour, and snow and rain. So that one's in the memory bank, but, of course, it didn't go our way that night. So we look to those kids to be leaders, and we want our young guys to look up to them and have their grade 12s kind of show them the way. And
the Holy Rosary defense will have to stay the course, having kept the opposition off the board since week 1.
The best team's gonna win the football game. The team that's most prepared is going to win. That's the way it works in every final I've played in. There's never been a lucky win. It's always been the best teams won the football game, and that's what we expect on Friday. So for us, we want to worry about preparing ourselves on defense for what they're going to bring.
And for the Barons, fundamental football will be the key.
Our offense has to be sharp. They have to execute well. It's going to go through our quarterback, so he's going to have to play well. Line's going to block well. So typical football things. You got to block well. You got to tackle well. You got to be passionate and excited.
Friday night's kickoff will be here at the Raider Bowl at 6 p.m. Evan Kenny, Primetime Local Sports.
Now Shelby Clark will take another look at this evening's forecast.
Thanks so much, Jazz. And now taking another look at your weather forecast, we'll be starting off taking a look at temperatures around central region here of Alberta and Saskatchewan. On the Alberta side, Edmonton and Red Deer are at 10 and 11 degrees. Jasper is sitting at that 11-degree point as well, 8 degrees in Rocky Mountain House, while the rest are at that single-digit point, 6 in Athabasca and Cold Lake there, and Whitecourt and Edson are at 3 and 4 degrees. Switching over to our Saskatchewan side here, they are seeing slightly warmer temperatures in most spots. Meadow Lake, Prince Albert are both at 9 degrees, while Melfort is at 10 degrees and Saskatoon is sitting at 12. And now switching over to back across the region and temperatures overnight tonight, we are going to be seeing slightly warmer ones for most places across the region throughout the night compared to what we've been seeing throughout the week especially. Bonnyville will be seeing a low of 0 throughout the night. Unity and Wainwright will be seeing a low of 2 degrees there. Meadow Lake will be seeing a low of -4, so probably the coolest for Meadow Lake. Isla Cross will be seeing a low of -3, while Paradise Hill and Myrna will be seeing a low of -2, and Pierceland and Provost will be seeing a low of -1. But most places will be seeing more cloudier skies, while 4 of them here, Pierceland, Unity, Wainwright, and Bonnyville, will be seeing a high chance of some showers throughout the night. Now switching to temperatures tomorrow across the region, we will be warming up just slightly bit for most spots here, especially over on the Alberta side, with Vermilion, Vegreville, and Edmonton seeing 10 degrees tomorrow, and Wainwright and Provost will be seeing 11 and 12 degrees, and Macklin on the Saskatchewan side will be seeing that 13-degree point, but most will be seeing around 7 to 9 degrees tomorrow, and Isla Cross will be the coolest at that 3-degree point. And switching over to our 7-day forecast, Friday, we will be starting off this weekend with 10 degrees on Friday with a mix of some sun and cloud. Saturday, we will be seeing around a 60% chance of some showers with a little bit of sun peeking behind those clouds. Sunday, we'll be seeing that 6-degree point as well as what we're seeing on Saturday, continuing the weekend there. And starting off next week, we will be cooling down with a bit, starting off with 4 degrees on Monday with a lot more cloud coverage. Tuesday, we'll see that 1-degree point, and Wednesday, we'll be seeing, unfortunately, a high chance of some flurries starting on Wednesday, while Thursday we'll see a lot more sun, seeing that -1 point. And now we'll be seeing a little bit more of your photo submissions to everybody that commented on our post. Thank you once again. I've seen the lights last night. Look how beautiful some of these photos are, Carol. Good job on getting this shot here. Beautiful seeing that up in the sky. Glad to see that a lot of people were able to catch some good pictures last night. And we also have one here from Kelly. I thought that one was very nice, especially as it was later on in the evening, a lot more darker. And it's really great to see that everybody was able to get some good pictures and submit it. That's all I have for now. We'll have more news coming up after the break.
Today, I'm joined by Kim Crockett from the B. Fisher Foundation to talk about their 50/50 draw going on now until the end of the year. So to start, can you maybe tell me a little bit about the fundraiser?
So we're running a 50/50 raffle this year, this fall, and this is going to be our last major fundraising event for the year. And so we're really hoping that we can go out of the year with a big bang, and we can continue some of the projects that we've identified as far back as 2019, and we can start tackling them again starting next spring.
And so you had mentioned that the money from this fundraiser will be used for projects that you had come up with a couple years ago. What are some of the projects you want to accomplish?
Sure. So there's probably the biggest theme of it seems to be a number of renovations to redeveloping some of the kitchen spaces in some of our care homes in Lloydminster. Some of the homes, they were simply purchased off of the market as opposed to being designed specifically around the individual's needs that are in our care. And so some of those homes, they do need some modifications just to make them work and function even a little bit better for the individuals that live there. And so that's a major portion of what we're looking at doing once we can get back at this again.
And so this will be a pretty big fundraiser. Why do you think this fundraiser is so important?
Well, it's the last one for this year. We had certainly been hoping up until literally just within the last week or two to put on our New Year's Eve gala again. Phenomenal time for anybody that came out to the very first one. It was a great evening, lots of entertainment, and just it was also an opportunity for us just to share with the community what are we trying to accomplish and why are we relevant within the individuals that we provide care to. Unfortunately, just due to circumstances, we just don't feel we can go ahead with that type of event this New Year's Eve. It's a sort of event that we just wanted to be a success on every imaginable level, and our major sponsors, they feel much the same way, to be able to just get out, enjoy New Year's Eve the way it's supposed to be enjoyed. And we just don't feel we're quite at that point yet. So we have made the tough decision to postpone it to next year. And looking at bringing back all the fun and excitement that we had the first year, we want to make that even bigger and better when it does come back again. And unfortunately, we just have to push that to 2022. And so for that reason, that's why the 50-50 we're running this fall with a draw date of New Year's Eve. This will be our last major fundraising event for the year.
And so I guess, what are your expectations or hopes for how much money to raise and how much will be the grand prize at the end of the year?
Well, I would love to have a sellout on the draw. It's if we get a sellout on it, $40,000 is what's going to be going to the winner, and that's got to be enough to make anybody's new year start off on the right foot. And we'd be remiss if we didn't also mention Lloydminster Co-op. They've been super friends of us for years. And what they did is they've kicked in a couple of $500 gift cards as well, just as some early bird incentive prizes. So we had actually our first draw just last week. That went off well. And we've got a second draw coming up on November the 24th. So anybody that purchases tickets prior to the morning of the 24th, their name is going to go in not only for the grand prize, but also for that next early bird draw of a $500 gift card to Lloydminster Co-op.
And now, where would people be able to buy tickets for the 50-50?
Absolutely. So www.bfisher5050.ca. And there's a variety of ticket packages in there, anywhere from one ticket for $10 all the way up to 50 tickets for $100. So there's lots of opportunities to get involved in just providing support to Be Fisher in this way. And hopefully for those that participate in it as well, they know that not only they got a chance to do something very nice for themselves, but they're going to be making a difference in the lives of some individuals that, they just need an extra hand. And this is our opportunity to do that.
That's all the questions I had. Is there anything else you'd like to add about the fundraiser?
I think, just reiterate where to get tickets. That was bfisher5050.ca. And the cause, it's all going towards improvements at our care homes here in Lloydminster. And it's not so much the care homes, but as much as making those improvements at the care homes, the sort of difference and the impact it makes on the lives of the individuals that live there. That's what we're looking to accomplish, is make lives better. And this is the way we want to accomplish that.
Great. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me. Today, I'm joined by Clint Murray from the Rona here in Lloydminster to talk about the part they played in the Lowe's Hero campaign. So to start, could you maybe tell me a little bit about what the Lowe's Hero campaign is?
Yeah, the Lowe's Heroes campaign is a kind of an operation to raise money for nonprofits across Canada. And we've got about, I believe it is 311 participating locations across Canada. And we've raised just over 1.5 million across Canada to support those worthy causes.
And so how much money did you guys raise?
We actually raised just over $12,000, which was surpassed our goal. Last year, we were able to raise just over $6,000. So we were very happy with our results.
And then who is this fundraising supporting?
So this year, we met with our team and we chose the Lloydminster Regional Health Foundation.
And so why did you choose to support the Regional Health Foundation?
Well, we chose the Lloydminster Regional Health Foundation because we met with the team to try to figure out a worthy cause that affected and helps out a lot of our customer base. So we looked at it. It helps the Lloydminster city. It helps the whole regional area, which we have a big draw area for our customer base. So this helps everything from the very young to very old, and we were able to help touch everybody with one nonprofit. So we thought it was very fitting.
And so, what types of fundraising did you do throughout the month to raise money?
Well, we met with the team here and the staff, and we came up with a campaign that we could target a lot of our customers and ask them if they were willing to donate as little or as much as they'd like. And we kind of stuck to that game plan, and it came out with astounding results.
And so, how long was the fundraiser?
Actually, every year for the last 4 years, we've been running it September 1st to the end of September. And we do it on an annual basis, and it's been working great.
Great, that's all the questions I have. Is there anything else you'd like to add about the fundraiser?
Yes, we just like to put a spotlight on one of the things that we were really trying to raise money for was the new diagnostic imaging machines that the Lloydminster Regional Healthcare Council is trying to raise money for. One of them being the mobile digital radiography unit, which is quite a bit new, more state-of-the-art of a machine. It has the good capacity for maternity ward. We wanted to raise money for the portable ultrasound unit with an echo extension, which now gives the staff at the Lloydminster Hospital state-of-the-art technology and capacity for cardiac imaging services, which is something I believe we haven't had in the past. And then the mobile C-arm machine, which I believe is some sort of a X-ray machine that helps with orthopedic surgeries and whatnot. And the next thing we just want to put a spotlight on was, I believe that some of those diagnostic imaging machines is something they're going to put a spotlight on for the Christmas fundraising campaign coming up later in the year. And there's as well as the December 7th radioathon, which is something that we'll probably be presenting the check then to Malcolm Ratke for the Lloydminster Regional Health Foundation.
Great. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me.
And I'll be ending off taking another look at your 7-day forecast before we go out here through. On Friday, we will be seeing 10 degrees to start off our weekend, a little bit warmer there with a mix of some sun and cloud. Saturday, we will be seeing a 60% chance of some precipitation there. And Sunday, we'll be seeing that 6-degree mark as well, but we won't be seeing a high chance of some precipitation. We'll just be seeing a mix of sun and cloud. Next week, we'll be starting off a little bit cooler with 4 degrees on Monday with a little bit more cloud coverage. Tuesday, we'll cool down to 1 degree there with a mix of some sun and cloud as well. And Wednesday, we will be seeing around a 40% chance of some flurries, unfortunately. And Thursday, we'll see a little bit more sun at that -1 mark.
Us on Primetime Local News, and you can catch the second hour on CITL.